The shadow of a ghost in the middle of the night. In the past, a few neighbors from the village came to our house to gossip. And the talk was all nonsense. One of the old men was very old. Because his surname was Guo. We all called him Uncle Guo. Uncle Guo said, "If you hear a baby crying loudly in the middle of the night, there must be a ghost going out. And I have personally experienced such a strange thing." Uncle Guo was a businessman when he was young. And he ran business outside all the year round. One day, when Uncle Guo was passing by a village, the sun was setting, and seeing that it was getting late, there was no way to rush to the big town to stay. So he found a family in that village to live in. This family is a young couple. They also have a half-year-old son. And the couple entertained Uncle Guo very warmly. After dinner, Uncle Guo and them had a family affair for a while, and then went to rest. In the middle of the night, he was suddenly awakened by the sound of a baby crying. And he knew that it was the son of the young couple who was making trouble at night. And he wanted to see what was going on. When he opened the door of the house and came to the yard, he saw a woman in white, with her hair draped, constantly jumping in circles in the yard. And when she saw him, she gave him a cold smile. He was so frightened that his legs were weak. And he couldn't run, so he almost squatted on the ground. And then he quickly closed his eyes, not daring to look at the woman in white again. After a while, he opened his eyes again, only to find that the woman in white had suddenly disappeared. And he could no longer hear the babies crying. He knew that the yard must not be clean. So he was so frightened that he hurried back into the house. Squeak! Gah! Despite his mental preparation, Uncle Guo was still startled by the piercing sound of opening the door. Maybe he ran too quickly just now. And he didn't lock the door. He regretted it a little. It was the middle of summer, and the heat outside was unbearable. But inside the house was gloomy and cold. At this time, the woman in white blew the yin wind and pounced on him. And he was so frightened that he immediately got goosebumps all over his body. He had heard old people say that ghosts were generally afraid of candles. And as long as the candles were lit in the house, ghosts would not dare to enter the house. He quickly took out a lighter from his coat pocket, lit a candle, and looked into the room, where there was nothing left. He knew that the woman in white must have been scared away by the candlelight. So he locked the door of the house and got into the bed, not daring to sleep, lest the candle be blown out by the wind, and the woman in white would jump in again. When he asked the young couple about their sons crying in the middle of the night, they didn't even know that their son had cried at night. Then he realized that the crying of the baby at night must have been the work of the ghost. And he did not dare to stay here longer. So he hurriedly said goodbye to the couple. After this incident, if Uncle Guo heard the crying of a baby when he slept at night, he always lit candles in the house. And he never encountered those unclean things again.
Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and put notification on to watch more videos. If you have similar experience, please comment and let me know your experience.